Now, the Iranian Foreign Minister has offered support to Lebanon at the start of a two-day visit. MOHAMMAD Javad Zarif is the first foreign minister to visit since Lebanese politicians ended months of deadlock to form a unity government. He says his country is ready to cooperate in all sectors. The Iranian-backed group Hezbollah, which has 3 ministers in this new government, wants Lebanon to accept anti-aircraft weapons from Tehran.
This visit has 2 aims. The first is to express our support to our brotherly Lebanese people. The second is to declare that Iran is ready to cooperate with the government. As we said before, we're always ready to support Lebanon militarily. Iran has the will, but we're waiting for it to come from the Lebanese side.
Right, we can speak to Sami Nader now, who's the director of the Levant Institute for Strategic Affairs. He's also a columnist for Al Monitor's Lebanon Pulse. He's joining us live from the Lebanese capital, Beirut. Thank you for talking to us. This seems to be a show of unmitigated confidence on the part of the Iranians.
Yes, and especially it comes at a very critical timing. It comes like 2 or 3 days before the Warsaw meeting, where the main topic will be confronting Iran. And against the background, also there is this offer made by Mr. Nasrallah, Hezbollah leader, 2 days ago, that he's ready to help or to facilitate the equipment by Iran to the Lebanese army of a missile system. And everyone knows that the major topic in the Warsaw meeting will be how to thwart the Iranian missile threat. So this comes at a very critical moment. It shows as well that Lebanon, from an Iranian point of view, is under its sphere of influence. And it comes after Mr. Pompeo, the US Foreign Minister, declared his intention to visit Lebanon. So it's a kind of Lebanon transformed into a scene where regional powers are competing. Everyone knows as well that the major provider of equipment and training to the Lebanese army is the United States of America. So the offer today by Iran to equip the Lebanese army raises more than a question and put Lebanon in jeopardy in case it accepted under the jeopardy of US sanctions.
Indeed, Sami, I was actually going to interject and say that it's well known, isn't it, how precarious, how fragile these coalitions are in Lebanon. How much of a risk is the newly established government with a greater representation for Hezbollah? How much of a risk is it taking by flirting so obviously and ostentatiously with Iran?
Definitely, because the political equilibrium, the very delicate political equilibrium rests on a very fragile consensus. And the major building block of this consensus is what we call the principle of distanciation or neutrality of Lebanon, that Lebanon cannot be aligned to any regional power because of the political deep divide on the Iranian issue, on the Syrian issue, on the Hezbollah arms issue. So the formation of the government that came after 8 months of political and constitutional void rests on this very fragile consensus. Today, trying to squeeze Lebanon in the Iranian axis, this would put in danger its domestic stability, its economic stability at a very critical moment where Lebanon needs all the kind of support to take a distance from the regional conflict because it is on the edge of an economic collapse.
Right. Sami Nader, thank you very much indeed for talking to us live from Beirut.